Hello, hi, assalamu alaikum viewers. My name is Sadia Farhan and we are discussing history of mass media. And today in history of mass media, we are going to discuss how journalism began in America. For this, we will have to discuss journalism before independence of America and then after independence of America. So let's begin it. There were quite few papers and publishing was in the hands of postmasters and printers. News was not as timely as it is today, and freedom of press was not endorsed by colonies government. So in 1690, Boston printer Benjamin Harris published the first American newspaper, and its name was Public Occurrences, both foreign and domestic. Then there came, after 14 years, John Campbell, the local postmaster. He published the Boston Newsletter. Then a few years later, another Boston paper came on scene, and its name was New England Courant, and it was published by James Franklin. Brother of James Franklin was Ben Franklin. He started Pennsylvania Gazette in Philadelphia, and he used more legible type. He used headlines and a cleaner layout of the paper. Then he ran first editorial cartoon, and he proved that advertising copy can sell merchandise. He demonstrated that journalism can be an honorable profession. Now we will discuss about the beginning of revolution. John Peter Zenger, he published New York Weekly Journal. In 1733, he openly criticized British government, and then he was charged criminal libel. Afterwards, he was acquitted. Then many newspapers grew, and they were partisan. Some were siding with the colonies and some were siding with the crown. Then Declaration of Independence was published in Pennsylvania Evening Post on July 6, 1776. Then there came the political press era, and it was between 1790 to 1833. The debates over powers of federal governments were conducted in this era. So this is why it is called political press. There were debates between Federalists and anti-Federalists. Then first amendment was made in Bill of Rights, and it contained, Congress shall make no law abridging the freedom of speech or of the press. It was ratified in 1791. Then in 1833, New York Sun was begun by Benjamin Day. In 1835, New York Herald was started by James Gordon Bennett. Viewers, now we will discuss the birth of mass newspaper, the penny press, and yellow journalism. Steam power press was built by the US firm R. Ho and the company, and that could produce 4,000 papers in 1 hour. In this era, level of literacy increased. A school system statewide was introduced as well. In this age, ordinary people were recognized as economic and political powers instead of property requirements for voting. The penny press. It was Benjamin Day who launched New York Sun in 1833. His idea was to sell his paper for a penny. Local news of violence and public interests were published in New York Sun. The Sun attracted readers and the penny press was launched. James Gordon Bennett launched New York Herald and its success was more rapid than the New York Sun. New York Times by Horace Greeley was published in 1841 in the era of penny press. Then as soon the paper was successful, the price of paper was doubled. With the passage of time, newspaper became a big business, a major business. It was Joseph Pulitzer who bought New York World in 1883, and he increased its circulation from 15,000 to 2,50,000. He stressed accuracy, and then he put more space for ads in newspaper. He reintroduced sensationalized news format of the penny press. Now we'll discuss yellow journalism. William Randolph Hearst, he bought New York Journal in 1895. Hearst and Pulitzer were engaged in fierce battle of circulation of paper. So each paper attempted to out-sensationalize other. A critic says death, dishonor and disaster were all over the page. This type of reporting became known as yellow journalism.